Hey guys, today I want to tell you about this really awesome book entitled Found by Margaret Peterson Haddix, who is also the author of the Shadow Children series. This book, Found, is the first book in a series called The Missing, and it's the beginning of an adventure for two 13-year-old boys named Jonah and Chip, and Jonah's little sister, Catherine. Jonah has known basically his whole life that he has been adopted, and his parents don't try to hide anything from him. They're very open with him about it, but his records are sealed, so he doesn't know where he comes from or anything. Well, he meets this new friend who just moved in down the street, and his name is Chip. And Chip is actually adopted too, but Chip does not know he's adopted until they get these really mysterious letters. One afternoon, Jonah gets this letter, and it comes in just a white envelope with no return address, and it just says, "You are one of the missing." And Jonah kind of brushes it off because everyone knows he's adopted, and he's like, "Oh, it's just a prank." And Catherine, his little sister, is all like, "Well, I'm going to find out who did this." And then Chip goes home and finds that he has one of the letters too, and he's like, "This is really weird because I'm not adopted." And so then a few days later, Chip and Jonah both get another mysterious letter without a return address, and this one says, "Beware, they're coming back to get you." So now Jonah's like, I don't think this is so much of a prank anymore, and Chip is like, "Am I adopted?" So he asks his parents, and they're like, "Yeah, you're adopted," but they won't talk to him about it at all. Well, Jonah finds these letters disturbing, and he decides to start asking his parents if they know anything more about, um, where he came from, how he was adopted, all these things. And so they call the adoption agency, and the adoption agency says, "Oh, hey, there is some new information about Jonah. It's just a phone number, but feel free to call it." So they call it, and they get the FBI. And so they set up an appointment with this FBI agent. And when they go, it's Jonah and his parents and Catherine, and the FBI agent doesn't seem to want them there. He's very apprehensive and won't really answer their questions. Well, about halfway through this meeting with the FBI agent, Jonah begins to feel sick, so he leaves the room and goes to the bathroom. And while he's in there, there's this mysterious janitor who just kind of appears and tells Jonah to look in the folder on the desk. And Jonah's very confused by all this because there was no folder on the desk. And after he said it, the janitor just kind of vanished into nowhere. So Jonah goes back to the meeting with everyone, and there is, in fact, a folder on the desk. And the FBI agent's kind of eyeing it, what are you doing here? And so Jonah decides he needs to figure out how to look in it. So he creates a distraction while Catherine decides to take pictures of what's in the folder. And so when they leave the meeting, they start going through these pictures, and it's just this list of names with phone numbers. And so Jonah, Chip, and Catherine decide that they're going to find out who all these people are and why their names are all on this list. And if you want to know about all these people, you have to read the book to find out.